C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. You cookie people out there, my name is Cookie2, and welcome back to the Homework Zone. This is, of course, the series where you put it on in the background and you let my soothing voice let you focus on your work. So today's story is going to be a bit of a continuation of my DC trip story, and also a little bit extra. It's going to be about why my friends don't 5-star me anymore. So if you don't know what 5-starring is, it's basically where you take an open palm, like you have your hand just completely open, and then you slap somebody on the back really hard. And since it's an open palm, it stings like a lot. So if you've never had it done to you before, you won't know how much it stings. But basically, like Ryan and Kyle would do that a lot, and they're pretty strong. So it hurts, and it sounds painful, it looks painful, and it feels painful. So in 8th grade, they'd be doing that to me a lot, and I didn't like it that much, but I didn't do anything about it. But on the DC band trip that we took in 8th grade, basically we had just gotten back onto the coach bus after we had eaten a burger lunch at the Washington Mall. So we were getting back on the coach bus, and if you can imagine, like just a Greyhound style bus, right? You have 4 seats on either side of just a aisle, and in that middle aisle you can only fit one person. So it's going to be a single file line of people going down that aisle trying to get to their seats, right? So it was me as the first person on the bus. So I was at the front. Right behind me was this little Jew kid named Connor. And if you can imagine Connor, he's a Jew. He's a nice kid. He's just trying to survive out here. And then right behind him was Kyle. Well, as 3 of us are walking in the bus, it's me, then Connor, then Kyle. Kyle basically puts his hand on Connor's shoulder and uses him as like a launching pad to jump above him, and then 5-star me right on the back. He just slaps my back just really hard. It hurts. I got pissed off, and the first thing I did was I turned around and I see Connor, and it's a single file line, so I just assumed that Connor had slapped me on the back. So I punched Connor in the stomach, and while I'm about to punch him in the stomach, Connor goes, no, Alan, it wasn't me. And of course, if someone's telling you that, then it seems like they're guilty, right? Like if they're telling you no, I didn't do that, then it makes it seem like they did it even more. So I punch him in the stomach, and Connor I just uppercut him in the stomach. I charge my arm back and I punch him. And I immediately realized that it was Kyle that had 5-starred me. And Connor just sort of crumples. He falls to his knees, and he puts his head down on the ground, and he looks up at me and he says, Alan, why? And I said I was sorry, but he was also the guy assigned to sit next to me on the bus, so for the rest of the trip he didn't really talk to me much, and every time I would try and talk to him, he'd eat another Mike and Ike jelly bean. But anyways, the next part of the story is about the time that Brian 5-starred me. So it was a little bit of a different situation. We were waiting in a back room before a band concert, and a bunch of us were just standing there waiting around for this concert to start, and Ryan thinks it'll be funny to just 5-star me. Now Ryan is I'm about 5'8", 5'9", and Ryan is at least like a head taller than me, and he's huge. So when he 5-stars me, it sounds like a lightning strike just smacked down right in the middle of the school, and it hurt. And I got pissed, and I just snapped at that moment, and I just turned around, and I was so mad I wasn't even thinking, and I just punched the first person I saw that was standing right behind me. Well, of course, Ryan wasn't standing right behind me. He had moved out of the way, and the person that had stood right behind me was a nice kid named Patrick. Now Patrick didn't deserve this, but I was angry, and I just punched the first person that was behind me, and I did a left hook, and I punched I punched him right in the cheek and the jaw, and Patrick just, like, I punched him and I felt resistance from the bones in his face, and I just decided to keep on going through with the swing. And right as I finished, Patrick just, he didn't deserve it. He fell onto the ground, and I don't know if he was knocked out or if he was just in a lot of pain, but he didn't move for at least 5 or 10 minutes. He was just on the ground. He didn't even make any noise. He just his face, his hands just went immediately up onto his face, and he just sort of fell on the ground face down. And he didn't say anything. I didn't know if he was knocked out or if he was just in extreme pain. I didn't know. And and then Liam, another one of our friends, he starts laughing and he says, "Ooh, Alan retaliates," and for some reason that made me really angry. I don't know why. And so I punched him right in the face, like straight on in the mouth. But the thing is, Liam was wearing braces at the time, so basically his lips got smashed in between his braces and my fist, and so his lips started bleeding. And I realized I needed to calm down, or else more innocent people would get hurt. And this was right before a band concert too, so Liam's lips are bleeding, Patrick's on the ground, and basically right as all this happens, our band director says, "Hey guys, we're about to start, get ready." So Liam goes up into the concert with his lips bleeding, and he's literally bleeding all over his reed and his saxophone, and we're trying to play, and Patrick's in extreme pain. Yeah, and he didn't talk to me for a couple days after that, but he was more mad at Ryan for causing him that pain. So, yeah, so that's why my friends don't 5-star me anymore. It's because innocent people who didn't deserve it kept on getting hurt. So, if you're gonna mess with your friends, just make sure no innocent people get hurt in the process. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video.